The secrets to mastering your mind in just 7 days. Do this right, and you will see that your mind is actually your most powerful asset. Do this wrong, and you will see that it can be your worst enemy, sabotaging you from ever reaching your full potential. Now, statistically, I'm not supposed to achieve a lot of the things that I've achieved. Kickboxing champion, MMA champion, starting many businesses, leading over 100 people right now. I've also been in different circles that will shatter most people's reality, where the things they do, the reality that they are living is not something that the normal people will even comprehend. So here's the thing, the biggest difference between those people that are living a reality that will break your minds versus those people that fucking hate their day-to-day life is their mindset. And I'm gonna show you a process that rewrite my mindset to be living the life that I'm living right now. Because it wasn't always like that. My mind was working against me, sabotaging me from the things that I want. But I'm gonna share this with you today, the way to rewire it. So before we even begin, we need to have a common understanding. And that is, your mind is controlling everything, right? Your beliefs drives your action, and your actions that you take then create the reality that you lived in. So once we have this common understanding, we can move on to the next thing. So you take a certain action because deep down you believe that that action is the best thing for you, even though it might be a negative action. For example, let's say, a drug addiction or fucking jerking off to Pornhub. You won't outright say, obviously, logically you know it's bad, but deep down in your subconscious mind, a part of you believe that that is actually the best thing to do. So that is usually very likely caused by something called a limiting belief, that you don't believe that you can actually, stop taking drugs. You don't believe that you can ever get a girl. All of these are deep-rooted in someone's subconscious mind, and until that is broken, rewritten in a more powerful way, you can't really change your actions, right? So, the thing is, with all of this, everything can be changed. So, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. The first step you want to do is to write down what is already in your head right now. Any obvious limiting beliefs that you have. So, it could be, let's say, I'm a short guy, I'm not confident, girls don't want to talk to me. That is a limiting belief. A limiting belief basically is something that, a belief that you hold that holds you back from doing something. So I just give you the example, the short guy, not confident, girls want to talk to him, right? In your mind, what is at the top of your head that is so obvious right now that you think about? Write that down. Pause this video, write it down. Now, the next step, after you have written down the obvious limiting belief, the next thing is to fucking break it, right? So, how do you break a limiting belief? I want you to think back. Let's say, for example, you are that short guy who you are not confident of talking to girls. Because, so think to yourself, in your own life experience, as a short guy who is not confident, have you ever spoke to a girl confidently and she gave you a positive, pleasant response? If the answer is yes, boom, limiting belief broken. You are not what you say you are. You are not what you think you are. You just proven to yourself that. But, however, if you do not have that own life experience yet, the next best thing you can do is to think of the next someone you know of, or even someone else you don't know personally, just you know of. Have you ever seen a short guy that is confident that girls react to pleasantly? Boom. The answer is yes. There is so many short guys that do that, right? So it basically breaks the belief that a short guy cannot be confident and cannot get girls. So this is the first step. You want to do this for everything. You want to identify that limiting belief that you have. Break it. And the next step is to actually rewrite it into something more empowering, something that makes you feel powerful when you read it. For this example, it could be, I am very comfortable in social situations and girls and guys respect me highly. You know, when you read that, you want to feel that emotion, that power. This is what you want to do, and you want to do it. You want to read the new beliefs, a new affirmation that you've written once in the morning, once in the evening. That is just step one for the obvious ones that you already have, that you know of. Next, over the next 2 days, what you want to do is simply observe your thoughts. So you want to do the affirmation in the morning, in the evening, the one that you've written. But also throughout the next 2 days, throughout the day, just observe if you have any negative thoughts that come into your head. For example, I'm having trouble thinking of an example because I've trained my mind so much to not even let anything penetrate here that it doesn't serve me. Say, you believe that starting a business is too difficult and you are not capable of doing it. That could be that limiting belief. Right? So anything that pop up to your head, or any situation, negative thoughts that pop up to your head throughout the day, write it, list it down. Just observe how your brain thinks. Catch yourself. At the end of the day, you want to write down everything. I mean, you already write it down. At the end of the day, you want to go through everything. And with the same process, break it, rewrite it into something more empowering. So for the business is too difficult, I'm not sure if I can do it. A more powerful version is, this is a great opportunity for me to make money and show myself how capable I am. Read the two things. You can write it both down and read it. One will make you feel weak, while the other will make you feel powerful. So, day one, obviously list down the most obvious ones. Day two, day three, observe your thoughts. Now, day four onwards, this is where it gets interesting. You already observe your thoughts. You know what comes into your mind. You have a way to break it. Anything negative that comes into your mind from day three onwards, break it on the spot, break the limiting belief, rewrite it, feel the power of what you can do when you change your mind and you phrase it in a different way. And that is basically it. You continue doing it. You continue to always be conscious about how you think. Always catch yourself. Be aware that, am I thinking in a way that served me, or am I thinking in a way that hurt me? And it's actually that simple. Like every skill, positive thinking, training your mind to serve you is also a skill. And this is a process that I personally use. Observe the thought. If you have a negative thought, negative belief, break it, rewrite it into something positive, empowering, that you can actually feel it in your heart. Feel that energy, feel that power. And imagine this, your world, your reality, because of how your mind thinks now, we're only in the most powerful state that serves you. What else are you going to conquer? So, with that, I want to cheers this to you creating a very custom-made reality from your most powerful asset. Peace.